Welcome back. You're still watching ZigWheels and our special look at the run-up to the Indian Grand Prix. Now, I'm a big F1 fanatic and I had the chance recently to head down south and meet up with one of F1's shining stars. Who is it? Well, take a look. F1, some may argue, is not just a sport. For some around the world, like us at ZigWheels, it's even transcended into a religion. So when we heard that a Formula World Champion was coming down to Bangalore and was going to take a spin in his championship-winning Formula One car, it was time to be devout. Well, it's not often that Bangalore gets to wake up to the sound of a roaring F1 engine and the presence of a world champion. Of course, I'm talking about 2008 world champion Lewis Hamilton.
Hi.
How are you doing, Lewis?
How are you going?
Welcome
well,
to India.
Thank you very much.
This is your fourth time around, a sense of familiarity perhaps creeping in?
Definitely, yeah. Over the last couple of years I've been here on several occasions, always with Vodafone, and always had a very warm welcome. The weather's always generally been really good, and no, it's beautiful here. I'm so excited, especially to have the Grand Prix here. I think it's going to be pretty special.
Right. Now, not a lot of people know that your initial success was racing radio control cars at the British RC Championship when you were all of 6. Now, do you think that those offered precious lessons in how to beat grown-ups at the game?
I don't know. I think I was just a kid at the time. You know, I think it was maybe fluke more than anything. But the older people that I was racing against, who were my age and older, they were massively unhappy that a 6-year-old was beating them. But you know, that was the beginning of my life, really.
Now, it's said that F1 is not a sport that's too kind on the youth, but strangely, we've been seeing a lot of the younger crop compete well against the veterans of the game. So, do you think that that in a way that the sport has changed for the better?
I don't know if it's changed for the better. I think Formula One is constantly evolving, it's constantly growing, it's getting better. Of course, there's new young people come through all the time, but it's a great sport, and it is growing. You know, we're going to more and more countries. We've got the Grand Prix here in India in just a few weeks, and I feel pretty proud to be a part of it. You know, to be one of the very few drivers that are able to compete at the top of one of the toughest sports in the world.
Now let's talk a little bit about this season. How's it going so far? We've seen a lot of close action racing on track and the leaderboard. What do you think?
I think my season's been a bit of a disaster this year, but that's motor racing. You know, you have good and bad races. We've had a couple of wins, which has been good, but of course we want more, and we want to have less mistakes. You want to have more consistent results, faster car, all those kind of things. So we're working on that. These last 5 races, we're really working on trying to grow and learn so that next year we don't have those problems.
Now, you've had quite a good number of results as well as a couple of crashes. Now, some people attribute that to your aggressive driving style, but how important do you think is aggression to be a successful race driver?
Well, of course it's important. It's about having a balance. You've got to have a balance, and I think my aggression has been caught out quite a lot this year, and people point it out as my aggression, but I just think it's been a little bit unfortunate. I think anyone could have been in those positions, but it just turns out it was me. So that's motor racing, and that's life, and you know, I've been racing since I was 8, and I've had tough times in the past. You come through, it makes you stronger. So you know, I'm just going through one of those patches at the moment, but we'll come out on top, I hope so.
So now, looking back, what are some of your favorite racing memories, or one particular favorite racing memory of yours?
I have one. Winning my first Grand Prix in 2007 was pretty spectacular. Beating Fernando in my second Grand Prix win in Indianapolis, winning in Japan, winning the British Grand Prix, winning the Monaco Grand Prix, the Chinese Grand Prix that we won this year. There's generally in some of the races that we've come from further back, from right at the back, and finished at like 3rd, they've also been quite meaningful to me because they're just a show of will and passion and determination, never giving up, which is something I pretty much stand for, never giving up.
What about tracks? What are some of your favorite circuits out there?
Tracks, I think the Indian Grand Prix could be one of the newest favourites, but I mean, we've not tested there yet, but we'll wait and see in a couple of weeks. But I think Monaco has always been my favourite, Spa, the great old circuits are generally the better ones, and people enjoy those. I think partially because they don't make circuits like they used to. They have a lot more character. They have a lot more history. Generally a little bit more dangerous, and that's what we like.
Now, legend has that you expressed your desire to race for McLaren to Ron Dennis when you were about 10 years old. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Ron Dennis.
My relationship with Ron, he's like, he calls himself the Godfather. He is a bit like my godfather, you know. He's always there for advice. I think our relationship's grown into a very close friendship, and he is a bit like a second father to me. And you know, through these tough times, he just sat with me at the weekend and just says, you know, he's here for me anytime you need. He was going to come here with me, and you know. But this is it's very, very rare that you find people like that, I think, in such a hectic sport. So I'm pretty blessed to have him in my life.
All right, finally, Delhi's coming up. Now it's a big food capital of India. Do you have a food wish list, and can fans expect to see you go out there and dig into some of that food?
Well, I'm sure my family will be there, and we love Indian food, so we'll be out there. We want to get something nice and hot. Probably not on the race weekend, because racing in this car with a curry in my belly would probably not be so good. But you know, back home we love the vindaloo, we love the masala, tikka masala.
So do you have a food wish list for Delhi?
I don't particularly I haven't made a wish list yet, but I'm sure whilst I'm here today and before I leave, and when I come back, I'll have a bit of a list for me.
All right. Well, Hamilton, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure talking.
My pleasure. Thank you.